No background music in this video because, honestly, who needs background music? You just want to hear some facts. Alright. The Wolfman is the most iconic werewolf movie of all time, apart from An American Werewolf in London and Werewolf of London. I love this movie. I'm Crawling Flamingo. I do breakdowns of classic monster movies. First, I do a review, give my thoughts about the movie, and then I do breakdowns about the history of the movie. Let's do my review first, as always. To prepare for this video, I recently rewatched the movie, and oh my god, I loved it the third time around. First time around, loved it. Second time around, it was a bit iffy because I forgot how the werewolf isn't in it much. And he's only in it near the end. But remembering that information, the third rewatch was just like the first, and I loved it again. I mean, I say it all the time, but the atmosphere in these films are amazing, especially with the Wolfman. All werewolf movies have this fog atmosphere, and I think the Wolfman is the reason why. Lon Chaney Jr. played the Wolfman 5 times in 5 different films. No other monster actor did this. And that's quite ironic, seeming as Boris Karloff was meant to play the Wolfman. I wonder how differently the film would have been if Karloff said yes to the part. Jack Pierce doesn't like to use rubber, but he made an exception when it comes to the Wolfman's nose. I think that nose looks like a pig nose. I mean, anyone else think that? It looks very squeezable, that nose. I don't know what it is. It's just very weird. The hair was made out of yak hair, that we still use yak hair today. But the process was obviously painful. Again, all back then, all the monster prosthetics were painful for some reason. They probably had some radioactive material in there, who knows. The hair would be glued on with spirit gum onto the face. And Jack Pierce would put loads and loads of layers on the face and the body. He'd even get a curling iron and singe the hairs to give it some animalistic look. Like, damn. There was rubber for the feet and hands as well. I mean, that is a lot of rubber for a dude who absolutely hates rubber. Lon Chaney and Jack Pierce argued a ton on the set. It was just like they didn't like each other. They had beef for some reason. And what's worse is that the makeup took 6 hours to put on and 3 hours to take off. Absolutely insane. Originally, Robert Florey was meant to write the script. It was about this boy named Christopher who turns into a wolf and murders his family. Universal pushed back on it because they feared it would get a lot of Catholics mad because the transformation scene happened in a confessional. Later, they hired Floyd Sodmock? I believe that's how you say his name. But he just absolutely abandoned Florey's original script. The only thing he kept is the name. Sodmock created his own mythology for the movie, but he ignored previous folklore. Everything we know about werewolves probably comes from him now. I mean, he did create pretty much every basic werewolf thing. And I say pretty much. In the original draft of the script, it was left ambiguous whether he actually turned into the werewolf. Thank God they changed that because we wouldn't have had the classic transition scene. Speaking about that, the way they filmed it was very similar and probably exactly the same as The Invisible Man. The transformation scene, they had layers of film on top of each other. Same as they did when The Invisible Man is invisible in, you guessed it, The Invisible Man. 8 minutes of the funeral scene was cut because it was too eerie. They were basically just showing Larry staring at the coffin. Why, dude? Why would you stare at a coffin? His teeth were made out of rubber too. Do you believe it? Like, that is actually insane. Like, despised rubber, yet you used it a lot for the Wolfman. Larry was also an American maniac, whatever that means, and he had a telescope in Scotland. Again, whatever that means. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. There is no more information about this movie from what I can find. I mean, the Victorian style, like, you don't really know when the movie takes place, what year, so that's kind of cool detail. But other than that, there's just not much about this movie. I know this video was kind of poor quality, I have to admit. I was going through a real bad cold, okay? I just had to quickly record this video. Sorry it took such a long time. I was really postponing recording it, because I am like shortening out of breath, okay, each time I record these videos. So, yeah. Honestly, don't know what next video is going to be. Hope you enjoyed this video. I will probably take a break, okay, because I need to watch more monster movies. This is it. I've reviewed, apart from The Mummy, every single monster movie ever that I've watched. So, there. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Bye. I don't like The Mummy enough to review it to answer your question there. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this bad video. Goodbye.